Right now at 10, an arrest is made in a La Crosse fatal fire. The charges filed and reaction from neighbors.
And thieves targeting catalytic converters where it's happening.
Plus, a future with or without fluoride. West Salem's Village Board hears from residents.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. New developments tonight in a deadly house fire investigation in La Crosse.
News 8 Now's JDS McGee joins us in the newsroom with the details. JDS.
Yeah, police say a man has been arrested in connection of the death of a La Crosse woman and her unborn child last month. More than a month after a deadly fire on Taylor Street, La Crosse police say a suspect is now in custody. Authorities arrested 38-year-old Matthew Sierra. He's facing charges of first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree intentional homicide of an unborn child, and arson. Here's what a resident told News 8 Now regarding the arrest.
When I heard that, I definitely knew that this was something that was planned, it being that the fire started directly in her bedroom itself. I didn't believe from day one that this was something that was just an accident.
Firefighters found the victim, Alexis Pickett, inside of her burning home after responding to the fire early on November 13th. Police have yet to confirm how the fire originated.
We just want to know what happened, what he was thinking, or what happened, why he did it, and we want justice for Alexis.
Families say the arrest brings a sense of relief as the case now moves into the court system.
Knowing that they caught the person that they have good lead on, I think that right there is enough to make me feel much better, because now I feel justice is going to be served.
Now, police say the investigation remains ongoing. Sierra remains in custody and is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. Live in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, JDS. New developments out of LA tied to the Rob and Michelle Reiner murders. Nick Reiner's defense attorney says Reiner is not medically cleared to appear in court. Today was supposed to be his first appearance. The 32-year-old is now facing murder charges in the death of his parents. According to TMZ, after the murders, Nick allegedly checked into a Santa Monica hotel. His room was reportedly covered in blood. The Reiners were dead for several hours before being found, and the Obamas were set to meet with the Hollywood couple.
Rob and Michelle Reiner are some of the most decent, courageous people you ever want to know. And they cared about their family, and they cared about this country, and they cared about fairness and equity.
Nick Reiner is facing life in prison without parole and the death penalty.
Thieves in Winona are targeting cars for valuable parts. Police say 3 catalytic converters were stolen between December 8th and 11th near Menards and Walmart. The parts contain precious metals that make them attractive to criminals. Replacement costs run between $800 and $2,500.
When the price of those metals go up, then the theft rates go up. When the price goes down, then the theft rate goes down. It really depends on the type of car. Certain cars have more converters that are worth more than others.
Mechanics recommend parking in well-lit areas to try and prevent that theft.
A News 8 follow-up. More money is coming in for the Stewartville Wrestling Booster Club. Over $43,000 has been raised through a GoFundMe page. $60,000 is the goal. On Friday, a student wrestler was seriously hurt and a man died by suicide outside the school. Longtime sports reporter Michelle Tafoya is reportedly eyeing a Minnesota Senate run. It's her home state. Tafoya, a Republican, met with members of the Senate Leadership Fund in D.C. Tafoya is expected to make a final decision early in the year.
La Crosse County homeowners are facing a change at the post office. Mail will no longer be stamped at your local post office. Instead, it'll be done at bigger regional centers. So the effect is longer times between dropping off tax payments and getting stamped. So county officials say to drop off your payments earlier than usual.
Well, we're back up above freezing, and it's been pretty nice. Some potential rain, though, is on the horizon, Greg.
And eventually we'll have some rain, too. But the good news is you got another day of above freezing temperatures. Probably not the 40s like some areas saw today, but still above average before, we have some rain to come in. We kind of skipped over. Overall, look at these temperatures still at this time of night, mid to upper 30s near 40. We have a front that's coming through. The winds have increased during the evening, and that's why the temperatures have remained high. We do have a few cloud cover begin to push back in the area, but a lot of this is high clouds then as you go up to Ladysmith, it's more kind of low clouds that are coming behind it. You see that low grade. So we'll see that cloud cover. Temperatures will still be there. Not expecting any precipitation with this, but temperatures will remain mild, but then start to fall off later in the night as this front kind of slides through. And really, it's just a wind change, less cloud overall, and a little cooler tomorrow. And that's really about it with this cold front. Now, the other system will track a little bit later, but this is what you look like in the morning time. 32 getting back up to 34. Now, you see the winds kind of light and variable in the morning. They'll start turning around to the south, but there will be sunshine in the morning, and overall still mild conditions for this time of year. Eau Claire, similar type. We'll see the winds kind of die off, turn around to the south, and approach for the next system, getting up to 29 after 19, so not a bad start either. As mentioned, we do have some rain in the forecast. It is going to continue to be mild, so we'll track out the rain. We got some wind and some other temperatures too overall, but the good news is it's still going to be a mild stretch for the most part, not like the first 2 weeks we saw for December, and I'll explain that all a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, Amplify Health has launched a new way to try and serve rural communities. Every Tuesday morning, Dr. Jennifer Clevin loads up Amplify's mobile clinic and drives 90 minutes to Adams Friendship Elementary. This clinic brings pediatric care directly to rural students who previously had limited access to health care. The mobile unit launched this summer after years of planning and funding from donors and the federal government. Crystal Holmes previously drove nearly an hour to get her daughter Hadley to a pediatrician. Now she just stops by the elementary school.
We all have time that we get off of work, and now I get to spend that time with her instead of taking her when she's not feeling well somewhere or taking her for a checkup. We actually could go to the park, go on a vacation, and use our time differently with our children instead of spending it in the car getting to the doctor.
The clinic currently serves only Adams Friendship, but plans to expand its service area. Amplify hopes to add adult services in the future.
West Salem's Board of Trustees making a decision about fluoride in the community's water supply tonight. The board voting unanimously to keep fluoride in the village water system. The decision comes after a public hearing on the resolution, which would have discontinued fluoride addition to the West Salem Municipal Water Utility.
As a dentist, I feel like it's pertinent to continue to fluoridate the water for cavity prevention. It's an equitable way to prevent tooth decay in everybody, adults, children, and elderly, especially those that have low access to dental care.
The board heard from several residents during the public hearing, with most speakers supporting the continued use of fluoride.
The La Crosse Fire Department is offering reminders to avoid house fires during the busy holiday season. The department responded to a stove fire on Sunday night, but a quick response kept that fire in the kitchen. Officials say staying in the kitchen while cooking, testing smoke alarms, and keeping a fire extinguisher nearby can keep those fires under control.
Number one cause of fires in the United States is cooking. This time of year, we're in the kitchen, we're baking, we're cooking, we're prepping for our holidays. We've got family and friends coming over, so lots of distractions.
If a fire does start, McCormick says to turn the heat off and use a fire extinguisher to put it out, not water.
The Riverfest Commodores and their first mates were ringing the bells at Festival Foods today. Salvation Army officials say with only 8 days left of ringing, they're still $150,000 short of their $400,000 goal for the year. Today, the La Crosse Tavern League presenting a $2,000 check.
It's an awesome gift. We thank those who take their time and the groups that take their donations and help us with our services.
A local farmer also giving back to the Salvation Army. Habelman Brothers Cranberries donating 500 pounds of cranberries. It will go towards the holiday food boxes distribution, which will be given to families in need on Thursday.
I always love to donate cranberries to whoever asks. And when Mary called me asking if we'd have a few extra for Salvation Army, I'm like, yeah, of course. How many do you want?
If you're interested in donating, you can do it by check, card, or cash at the Salvation Army. You can also sign up to Ring at www.registertoring.com.
The Warrior Brotherhood Motorcycle Club making a big donation today. The national nonprofit made up of veterans is giving hundreds of toys to the La Crosse Family and Children's Center.
At the end of the day, the feeling that we get with it is we may not see it, but we know that there's going to be a child that gets to wake up and have a gift under the tree. And that's really all that matters. It makes us, we're happy that some child is going to smile because of this.
The toys will be given to FCC clients in La Crosse, Winona, Viroqua, Black River Falls, and Sparta.
Families packed the La Crosse Public Library's lower auditorium tonight for the return of the Baby Rave. Parents and toddlers danced to children's classics with a techno twist. The event featured glow-in-the-dark props, toys, and a bubble machine.
It's interesting to see the kids that kind of come in a little cautious and then open up a little bit more. And so fun to see the kids ready to groove right away.
The event ran from 5:30 to 6:30 this evening.
Evacuations in Washington state. Why officials say the worst of the flooding could still be coming.
Plus, deadly strikes in the Pacific. How it's sparking a heated debate on Capitol Hill.
Tomorrow, starting at 5 a.m., the latest on the Rob and Michelle Reiner murders, how long the warmer weather will last, and it costs $12,000 and every woman wants it. We'll explain starting at 5 a.m.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Are you finding bathing and bathroom business has gotten more difficult? Bad hips, bad knees can pose a problem. Just getting up and down can be risky. There is a simple, affordable solution. In just a day or two, you can have a beautiful new walk-in shower, safe and easy to care for with grab bars, a handheld shower, and a seat if you like. Set an appointment with one of our designers to plan your new bath. Better products at lower prices because we care. The Board Store.
This is the last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell coffee and donuts.
Rhode Island Hospital has released a second student that was wounded in Saturday's Brown University shooting. 9 people were injured and 2 were killed. Police continue to search for the shooter. The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward and says the suspect is considered armed and dangerous. Brown University canceled final exams and students were allowed to go home.
Top Trump administration officials briefed lawmakers on Venezuelan drug boat strikes today. U.S. forces hit 3 boats in the Pacific, killing 8 people. Lawmakers remain split on the legality of the strikes. Some question whether it's legal, while others call the action insufficient.
Provided a lot of information, obviously classified, so I can't share it with you, but obviously some will agree, some will disagree, but it's important we keep Congress informed.
President Trump has threatened more U.S. military action in Venezuela, saying strikes on land targets will begin soon.
The water is slowly receding, but the threat from record flooding in Washington state is far from over. Residents in King County near Seattle-Tacoma were ordered to evacuate early today after a levee along the White River failed. It happened hours after an evacuation order was lifted near a broken levee beside the Green River. As the state begins a long, costly cleanup, officials warned residents now is not the time to let down their guard.
It's not a 1 or 2 day event, right? We're in for the long haul, and all that water is putting a lot of stress on our infrastructure. If you get an evacuation order, for God's sakes, follow it.
The National Weather Service warns another storm system will bring heavy rainfall up the Pacific coast on Wednesday.
Well, some people are having trouble finding work. The unemployment rate rose to 4.6% last month, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Analysts there say there's a 4-year high. That's a 4-year high. The report also outlining that Americans' earnings are growing at the slowest rate in more than 4 years. Well, good news for drivers getting ready for holiday travel. U.S. crude prices fell 2.5% today. Gas Buddy is forecasting average gas prices in the U.S. will fall 10 cents by Christmas Day. The average price in Wisconsin is sitting at $2.53 per gallon, according to AAA.
We'll have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we still got dry conditions for Wednesday, but that changes Wednesday night and Thursday with some rain, snow, and even a lot of wind, too. So we'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. You need the Kubota construction lineup. Right now, write it off the lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 36 months or save up to $4,500.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
While you're busy, your pup can play all day at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Safe, supervised fun with friends, plus plenty of exercise and love. Because a tired dog is a happy dog. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, overall, we've seen quite a bit of a pattern change, and the good news going forward, this pattern looks to be continuing through the end of December, which really, as you look at it, there's all the jet stream. It pretty much really goes through the Pacific Northwest. They're seeing another storm, but you can see one well off the Pacific. That could be another one. Pretty much comes east to west across the area and then dives southeastward. So with this, it keeps all really the coldest, the Arctic air, as you like it, trapped really further to the north, and although we get a little bit of it every time a cold front comes through, it nearly doesn't last that long or as cold because the next system comes right on its heels too. So this overall pattern is going to continue. We're just going to see opportunities for some moisture coming. And you can see big picture here too, all the Arctic air to lock to the north. You can see this 3D look at it, and then as you go through further south, you get the more mild or mild air with the yellow type of colors too going on. So we will see a little bit of a cool down going Thursday into Friday. You can see it come through right there. Otherwise, all the way through the weekend, this pattern continues. We kind of stay right on the edge of it, so we'll be kind of right around average to maybe a little bit above. Just depends on things play out, especially with cloud cover. But all in all, don't expect any sub-zero conditions for several days or even temperatures in the single digits or teens for highs. It's just going to be mainly 20s and then occasionally getting back above average. So, and fairly dry too overall. So if you look at tonight too, temperatures still above average, but we will drop off. We'll have clearing skies later tonight behind the cold front. So teens further to the north or further to the east, it'll be cooler. Further to the south, clouds may linger a little longer, keeping us more into the 20s. But overall, these are still above average temperatures. And tomorrow, sunshine starts off in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon. Overall, since we're going to start off a little cooler, and it's somewhat cooler behind the cold front, not quite as what we saw the 40s today, but still, once again, it's above average, so and definitely get out and enjoy it. Dry conditions through all the day. Once we go to the evening hour, we start to see activity develop here. And as you can see, as we get towards Wednesday, the evening commute, Still increasing cloud cover, still dry, but overnight we're going to start seeing a little bit of activity developing late in the evening. And it's really this 10 to about midnight time frame where we might see a little bit of mixture. Right through there came through a potential for along and north of I-94. It might start off as a little bit of wintry mix or even freezing drizzle before all the temperatures and dew points climb well above freezing as we get towards 2. There'll be a few showers, but then towards just after the morning commute or before, we'll see a line of light rain come through. Temperatures in the mid-30s, maybe upper 30s, potentially even a 40 out there coming through with the system. Once that passes, then everything starts cooling off during the day as the colder air starts coming into the area. The winds pick up and turn westerly, and we start getting more snow showers coming through. And you can see that by the time we get to noon, we're starting to see the snow showers come through that west wind as everything begins to rotate around the area. As you look at conditions too, the critical time frame is a little bit of that basically Wednesday evening, but also one thing to keep an eye on is with the temperatures falling Thursday evening, the wind's pretty strong out there. We might see some refreezing of the roads too. So Thursday evening commute could be a little bit dicey with the refreezing, but we're not expecting to see a lot of snow with it. It's just the winds and the temperatures falling. And the winds overall, windy conditions for Wednesday evening out of the south. As we go to Thursday afternoon, they're going to turn around to the west and pick up, potentially see some gusts as we get into that hour of 40 miles per hour or more. So the overall conditions beyond that are mainly dry. We're kind of up and down with temperatures, but really the common theme going through Christmas is at least near or above average temperatures. Nothing like we saw pretty much for the first 2 weeks of December.
All right, so we'll take this mild stretch, or at least closer to average temperatures.
Yeah, closer. It's going to be flipping a little bit, but overall the main thing is it's going to be at least near or above average. Yes.
All right, thanks very much, Greg. And coming up next in sports, the Packers trying to put together a practice plan with all their injuries on a short week. Plus, the #2 team in Division 5 looks to keep their perfect record alive, taking on a familiar foe to the east. Jacob is next.
Love Arby's famous roast beef? Love Hickory barbecue sauce? Love 2 for $6 deals? Meet the RBQ. It loves to be loved. Arby's, we have the meat.
The gift of relaxation and pampering is the perfect gift to give this holiday season. It is the Sue Colby's experience, the gift your special someone is really hoping for, and the gift she really deserves. Order your gift cards online today at SueColby's.com or pick them up at Sue Colby's Salon and Day Spa, because she deserves the very best.
Add a luxurious look to your home this holiday season. Update your home with a beautiful new floor. MS International Tile is stunning, timeless, easy to clean, and waterproof. Get Terra ceramic tile for 99 cents each. Homeworks creates faucets that will align perfectly with your style. Add a touch of light with this LED faucet. The LED light is hydro-powered and requires no extra steps for installation. On sale for only $44.99 after rebate.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
At Jolivet Family Farms, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Fraser for Christmas trees, wreaths, garlands, bows, fruit and gift baskets, gift cards. Buy fresh, buy local. Concord grapes, cheeses, organic eggs, honey, jams, syrup, pancake mixes, meats, pizzas, specialty chocolates, Wisconsin beer and wines, salsas. Dazzling crafts and decor items. Take home some pies, cookies, bars, and breads from our homemade bakery. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lansendorf.
Well, it is mid-December, but a couple dominating wins against league foes has the Arcadia girls in a great spot for a conference title run. The Raiders looking to extend their winning streak to 5 in a row against another Cooley opponent tonight. The Westby Norsemen playing host to Arcadia this evening. Pick things up in the first half. Hayden Thureen gets it on the low block, and it is straight bully ball from there, getting the tough bucket to go, putting the Norsemen up 1. Later in the half, Tatum Drazkowski fakes the handoff to the corner, runs to the rim and puts the Raiders back on top. Westby would go up by 5 in the first half thanks to Alex Wong getting the bucket, converting the three-point play at the stripe, but it would be all Arcadia after that. Drazkowski showing off the range as the Raiders are off to their best start since 2019 as they get the win 65-48. The Cotter girls have won 4 in a row after dropping their first 2 this season, hosting Goodhue tonight. Wildcats come out ready to go. Good ball movement leads to an easy lay-in for Ashley Barton. Visitors out to a 10-0 lead. Ramblers trying to fight back. Elizabeth Gibson off to Elena Hardy, and she'll finish with the left hand in the paint. Then a little later, more paint touch success as Camry Matsal goes up and under and scores, but the defensive pressure of Goodhue proving to be too much tonight. As in the battle of 4 and 2 squads, the Wildcats leave victorious, taking this one 65-46. Back over to Wisconsin, the number 2 team in the latest D5 bound. Coaches pull North Crawford in action tonight. Trojans off to the fast start. Colin Jacobus, nice pass over to Landry Steluka, who lays it up and in for 2. Then defense turning into offense. Jacobus pokes the ball loose. Landon Blaha goes up the court. Back to Jacobus, who goes off the glass. North Crawford with a 12-0 start to this one, but the Bulldogs would battle back in large part due to Sam Jones. 4 straight three-pointers would put Ithaca up by 5 at one point. However, the Trojans would find another gear as they go on to take this one 72-59. Other scores from the hardwood: Onalaska boys hand to Forest their first loss of the year. Aquinas blows past La Crescent Hoka. Toma defeats Logan by 7, and Sparta puts up 93 on Viroqua. In girls play tonight, Toma takes down Logan. Holman wins a defensive battle over Marshfield. Mike Malott wins game number 400 for West Salem, and DeSoto beats Seneca by 17. And on the ice, the Anna Lacrosse Co-op downs the Avalanche. Liam Branson and Logan Sauter with 2 goals each in the victory. Well, after one season with the interim tag in front of his job title, today Winona State announcing Brian Curtin as head coach for the Warriors. This past season, WSU finished 6-5 overall with a 5-0 mark at home. Curtin was a member of the Winona State football team back in his college days and began his tenure on the Warriors staff as a student assistant in 1995. It was the program's first winning season this past year since 2022. Well, the Packers injury report is looking more like a laundry list this week, with all the players battling injuries, but nonetheless, Green Bay still has plenty to play for with 3 weeks left to go in the regular season. It's already a short week with Matt LaFleur's team having to play on Saturday night, and that paired with all those guys that could miss some time makes for an interesting week of practice ahead, as the training staff will have to determine if guys are healthy enough to go.
That's pretty par for the course, I would say, for most teams this time of the year, especially when you're on a short week. You want to get them the plan as quickly as possible, and so they have a time to digest it. And you know, we all know the magnitude of this game. It's going to be a great challenge for us in their house. Just saw them 2 weeks ago, so it should be pretty exciting.
And similarly to 9 days ago, if the Packers can take down Chicago, they'll move into first place in the North standings with 2 weeks remaining. It's not going to be as cold in Chicago as it was last week. It was almost record temperatures I saw there, so that's a good thing at least.
Yeah.
But if the Packers can get a win, it's going to set them back up and for good success. I'm back in on the Packers, I think.
Okay, so there's still optimism.
Of course, yeah.
And the way the NFC is kind of all around the same record, the home field advantage is still up for grabs.
Still up for grabs. That'd be huge.
It's crazy.
It would be huge.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks, guys.
All right, more news right after this.
For over 30 years, you welcomed us into your homes and made us a part of your family. And the Christmas season is the best time of year because it's a time to cherish those who mean the most to us. So from our crew to your family, we're wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all the best season's greetings.
Find happiness. Find something familiar and new. Find connection. Find culture. Find community. Find yourself at the La Crosse Symphony.
Get your tickets now for Holiday Glories on December 20th. Sponsored by Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning and Hale Skemp, Hansen, Skemp, and Slike at lacrossesymphony.org.
Stop into Pischke Motors to get your new Ram now. Get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty on all new 2026 Ram trucks. This offer will end December 31st, so stop in now. And during the Wrap Up the Year sales event, get 0% financing for 60 months on all new 2026 Bighorn and Laramie Ram 1500s. Or save over $10,000 off MSRP on select inventory. Hurry in because this offer ends December 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Our hearing connects us with people, and when that bridge is broken, our job is to help people with that hearing loss and reconnect them back with their lives again. We really feel that better hearing is a better life. Happy holidays from Better Hearing Center.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
For over 30 years, you welcomed us into your homes and made us a part of your family. And the Christmas season is the best time of year because it's a time to cherish those who mean the most to us. So from our crew to your family, we're wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all the best season's greetings.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Families embarked on a two-day adventure to the Mall of America in Minnesota last weekend.
The holiday-themed charter flight flew from Chicago to Minneapolis. Once families landed, they went to a private hangar to visit with characters like SpongeBob and Santa Claus. That led off 2 days of attractions at the Mall of America. This was the first year for Elf Air Express.
Love the title. Oh yeah, 2 days.
2 days of fun at
Not
the
just
Mall
one,
of America.
Two. Man, it's a lot to take in at the Mall of America.
I guess, yeah. I mean, with all the amusement rides and the 3D movies you can go to, all of that, IMAXs, yeah.
Good
lots
weekend.
To do. Yep, good for them. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
At Dahl Auto, we always put your family first. Every pre-owned vehicle has been inspected to a level of safety and reliability that we'd want for our own family. Plus, you have peace of mind with the area's best warranty. Compare prices at dahlauto.com.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's Christmas sale is going on now, and that means unbeatable value on unique gifts and festive favorites to celebrate the season your way. Like these holiday food storage sets, $2.99, 40% off select Columbia fleece. These DeWalt screwdriver sets, $19.99. Automotive interior accessories are buy two, get one free. These throws or memory foam pillows, $9.99. Plus, gift cards make the perfect stocking stuffers. Wrap up your holiday shopping for less. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red? Making customers happy. That's my favorite tradition.
Like my sweater.
Get 0 down, 0% financing, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus $2,000 bonus cash on Explorer. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Expect nothing less than exceptional amenities. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
This cozy season, we invite all of our neighbors to make their bathroom the coziest room in their home. With quick installs and a lifetime warranty, we bring quality upgrades right to your doorstep. And we won't just leave you there. Our experienced team will be there every step of the way. Plus, with our easy financing available, you're able to get the comfort you want today on a budget that works for you. So upgrade your cozy room this season with River Valley Remodelers. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
At Dahl Auto, we've had customers ask, why are your prices so low? The simple answer is, we price our pre-owned vehicles to sell. When you're shopping around, we want you asking, why are their prices so high? Dahl Auto.
All right, for nice here, we're looking at really overall still nice conditions for Wednesday despite not seeing 40. And not so nice, we have rain potentially Wednesday night, wind, and then turning to snow showers, maybe some flash freeze potential for Thursday evening. So that's kind of nice. If I could say it, not so nice. Otherwise, the rest of the 8-day overall is shaping up to be pretty good overall, comparatively to what we've had for the first 2 weeks of December.
Much nicer than
I'd
the
say
first
so.
couple.
All
Thanks
right,
for joining us tonight.
Very cool.